Hi, my name is Cassandra Lafayette. Today I'm going to be talking about the person-centered therapy. The person-centered therapy is a therapy that was originated by Carl Rogers. The person-centered therapy is a therapy that focuses on the client understanding themselves and being able to solve their own problems and issues. Through the person-centered therapy, the client will be able to solve their own issues and problems. The client will be able to be self-fulfilling, self-worthy, and show self-accusation. And how this comes about is when the client and the therapist form a positive relationship. The therapist can help the client to reach their goals and solve their own issues and problems by showcasing these three main things. The first one is congruence. The therapist has to be congruent. The therapist has to be real, genuine, and authentic when they're talking and supporting the client. Second, the therapist has to be able to show empathy. The therapist have to be empathetic to whatever the client is talking about or the problems and situations that the client is facing. Third, the therapist has to be able to show unconditional positive regard. What this means is that the therapist understands the client and is not judgmental based on what the client is saying or facing in life. Through the relationship that the client and the therapist has, the client will be able to understand that everyone can be positive and that she can build positive relationships with others as well as solve her own issues and problems that she may be facing in life. Through the person-centered therapy, the client will be able to be self-fulfilling and show self-accusation. Now I'm going to show you an example of the person-centered therapy. Hello, how you doing? I'm Miss Lafayette.
And I'm Andrea.
Okay. What brings you in today?
I'm here because I'm struggling to pick a major for college and even to go back to college.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you may be interested in?
That's the thing, I'm not really sure what I'm interested in because like, the things I like is not really a major.
Okay, so could you maybe tell me some of those things?
I like makeup and beauty, things like that.
Okay, so have you ever thought about maybe cosmetology?
Yeah, but I really don't like hair, so it's kind of like pointless because I don't like dealing with hair.
Okay. So what are some steps that maybe you can take to find a major?
I was thinking maybe like talk to different people, hey, take some surveys or something like, the feeling surveys that they do in school nowadays.
Also, they have those college tours where they kind of guide you through whatever their majors are, their degree plans and things like that. Have you ever thought about something like that?
No, never.
Well, maybe that could be something that you could look into.
Yes.
Okay, so could you tell me a little bit more about your hobbies? Maybe we can think about some hobbies that could kind of get us to a major.
My hobbies. I like shopping, going out, like nature type of things, movies, music sometimes. Just really the basic, normal teenage things.
Okay, so it sounds like you like to do a lot of fun activities as a hobby, but it also sounds like you're more into maybe the up-to-date modern things that are going on in the world, fashion, the latest music, and then I remember you said something about makeup. So have you ever thought about maybe trying to see what could be a degree or a major with the makeup?
Yes, I did once. It's really not a major, it's more of a certificate and it's just like branding yourself. So technically it's not, you really don't get a major for it unless you go into like fashion and marketing, which you're dealing with more of the fashion world, I should say.
Okay, so that sounds like a good idea. Maybe you're not interested in going into the fashion and marketing degree.
It sounded interesting, like when I was looking into it, but I mean, I really don't know how to sew, so I don't know if that factor in it. Like you have to know how to stitch and sew and things like
Well, I knew a lady who would sew. So I think like she would just kind of do a little bit here, a little bit there, and then she would do trainings and tutorials. Would you be open to maybe going to a tutorial or training
that.
to help you with sewing?
Yeah.
So that sounds like something that maybe that you could do that could lead you towards the fashion marketing degree, and then that could later help you to pursue your degree in maybe makeup.
Yes. Sounds good.
Just thinking back about what you said about branding yourself. Could you tell me a little bit more about the makeup and branding yourself? What exactly is that?
Is basically putting your work out there to the world, public, networking yourself, going to different venues, and getting on the internet and just making a name for yourself, letting people know the type of work that you're doing, and building up your clientele.
Okay, so have you did anything like what you're talking about with the branding?
No, I haven't per se stepped into that zone yet because I'm just trying to better my craft before I do all of that.
It sounds to me like you're really into the makeup. Um, would you mind going into the branding part of it, like trying to, just like you said, better your craft and get your name out there?
Yeah,
Okay, so what steps would you take in order to do that?
I would need to like get business cards and a social media outlet for people to see my work, maybe websites, going to different like one-on-ones with hire people that does makeup currently, things like
So have you started that process?
that. No.
So maybe we can think about some steps that you could take in order to first do that. Because it sounds like you want to be a makeup artist and you want to get your name out there. So maybe we can just start by having you to get yourself out there, just like you said, maybe with the social media. Could you tell me a little bit more about the name cards that you would have to have?
It's just basic business cards. So you take photos professionally if you want, or you can get some that you already have, and just get cards made. Some people do it the simple way, staples, things like that. Or you can be fancy with it, and just like put them at different places. Nail shops and barber shops and things like that, where people be able to pick them up.
Okay, so once you brand yourself and get your business cards out, then will you actually take on clients to do their makeup?
Yeah.
Have you started that already?
Really, mostly family. I have a couple outside people from time to time.
Okay, it sounds like makeup would be a good idea for you, a good thing to do, a good thing to pursue. Because when I think about makeup, I think about how makeup is really popular these days. People that get makeup for pretty much everything, weddings. I've seen where they got makeup for baby showers, just going to a little dinner. So I think that would be a really good thing for you because it seems like that's what you want to pursue. So let's just sum it up. Basically, what you're saying is that you want to get into school and find the degree that's right for you, but you're not sure about the degrees.
Right.
But you do like makeup, but there's not a degree plan for makeup. So you could probably go into fashion and marketing. But in the meantime, you could be branding yourself with your makeup, taking on the clients and showcasing your skills. And that sounds like that could be a good thing for you to do. What about portfolios?
I do have a portfolio book. I haven't per se printed out the pictures to put in, but I do have a actual book. But that is a good idea. So when people come in, they can see your work, see how ideal. If they're a little confused on what they want, they can pick one out of the book, something like that.
Yes, because I think about that when I go to the nail shop or when I go to the beauty shop, they have the booklet there, the portfolio, where you can look in to see what you want.
Mhm.
So maybe if you could start with also making a portfolio, just like you said, you already have a portfolio. So if you could take the steps you need to start your portfolio and then finish it, so
Mhm.
that your clients can have different ideas to go by when you're doing their makeup. I'm just thinking about the makeup. Do you do makeup for like holidays and other occasions besides just on the regular day I'm going to a dinner, I'm going to a wedding or something like that? Do you do any other makeup, like maybe like for Halloween?
Yeah, I do Halloween makeup every year.
So would you put that in your portfolio?
Yeah, or I put it on my business card, stuff like that.
Okay, so it sounds like you're headed in the right direction. It just seems like you need to do a little bit more to push yourself out there. What do you think you could do to push yourself out there to get your name out?
Maybe get like I said, get a profile for online so they can view it. Maybe start thinking about website ideas so they could go online and try to like view my work or try to get an appointment or things like that.
Okay, so that sounds good. Um, what about, have you ever thought about getting like your own studio? Because it sounds like you want to do the makeup. You need to get the business cards, get your portfolio done. But where would you do the makeup?
For starters, I would do a in-house studio until I, build up enough clientele and things like that to do out a studio in a outlet or anything. So in home will be first.
Okay. Would you go out?
Yeah, I travel home bases like if it's a wedding or baby shower, things like that. You can get a traveling fee and things like that.
Okay, so everything sounds like that could be the best career choice and path for you. Because it sounds like you really have everything under control, everything kind of going in order for yourself to be a makeup artist. Um, let's just talk about putting it all together. What would you do next once you leave here? What would you start off doing to get yourself out there as the makeup artist that you know you can be?
I would start by trying to get business cards first, just so I can let people know. Because even if I have business cards, I can put that on social media and just let them know, like I'm taking on clients and book appointments and things like that, and just try to get my name out there through the business cards first.
Okay. And so would that be your next step
Yes.
to do the business cards? Do you already have a company, or like what would be your steps in first getting the business card?
Contacting a photographer, getting a couple of girls to maybe want to participate, and like I said, just going to a normal place, Walgreens, Staples, just to print out, a couple of cards just for beginners.
Okay, so we got the very first step, which is to do the name cards. Okay, and once you do the name cards, what will be next?
I would have to say doing social media type of website, maybe Instagram or Facebook or something like that, where they can go on and physically see current work, or maybe me doing tutorials, or even people voicing their opinions or comments on something that I've done, just so they can feel more comfortable with booking and just try to contact me through there if they can't do anything else.
Okay, so yes, that sounds like a good plan, because first you'll start off with your name cards, which is what you're saying. And then after that, you will put your name cards and maybe your portfolio after you finish that. You will put these things on social media so that you can reach out to people, people can see your work.
Alright.
Okay, so that sounds like a good plan. This about wraps it up for the first session that we're gonna be having. Maybe when we come back the next time, then maybe you could bring in some of the things that you have done, maybe your name cards, or portfolio.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm back. I'm Cassandra Lafayette. I just talked about and went through the person-centered therapy. With the person-centered therapy, remember the therapist helps the client to solve their own problems and issues. And as you can see with the client that I just had, she was able to solve her own problems and issues. She wanted to be a makeup artist, but at the same time, she didn't know how to get started. She didn't know which degree plan that she would use. She really didn't know what she wanted to do. But I showed positive regard to what she was saying. I was real. I was genuine. I really listened to what she was saying. And that helped her to get to the point where she decided that she wanted to be a makeup artist. And with her wanting to be a makeup artist, she was able to solve her own problems by saying the steps that she would take in order to get her name out and be the makeup artist that she know that she can be. So with the person-centered therapy, that's what happens. The therapist is real, is genuine, is empathetic, and shows non-judgmental characteristics that helps the client to be real with themselves, to help themselves, to understand themselves, and to solve their own issues and problems. So what I just did was the person-centered therapy, and the client was able to solve her own problem about what she wanted to do in life and be in life, and that was a makeup artist. Thank you.